Film Festival. And we are joined today by Romie Decosta, the director of How to Be a Super Driver, which has been nominated for the Best Mockumentary Film Award. How's it going?
Hey, Michael. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. And can you please give us a short synopsis of How to Be a Super Driver? I don't want to give away the punchline, so just prepare people for what they're going to see in the
Well,
theater.
it's quite simple. How to Be Super Driver is about the rideshare industry. And if you're familiar with Adam Ruins Everything kind of videos, that's actually what I even used as a reference when I was out to find an editor. I would say, have you seen an Adam Ruins video? Because he throws light upon a topic, a subject, and in something about the industry, and then he has a particular comedic tone to it, and takes you some dark, harsh realities. And that's what I aim for, and that's what How to Be Super Driver is. It tries to throw light upon the realities of the rideshare industry, which is much. It's a lot of wrong press out there about the rideshare industry, and I give it a shot as a filmmaker.
All right. Does this come from any personal experience, or did you know anybody who did this?
Well, yeah, I did it for 3 years. I did it before Uber started, so I was a black car driver myself. That's what we were called,
Mm,
black car driver. I mean, the
okay.
original are the limo drivers,
Mm-hmm.
but then they started using cars other than limos,
Mm.
so you could just get like a black car. And so yeah, I was started off as a black car driver. Suddenly, Uber came in. Obviously, a lot of drivers started transitioning. I also did the transition. Uber did a Uber did some kind of a nice way to draw us in. I missed the first 20 minutes of the presentation,
Mm.
where when I joined and I thought, oh, they only take 10% of a commission. I missed the first half of the meeting where they said, we'll take 10% only for the first 1 month. After that, we're going to take 20, 30, whatever. So I missed that part. So silly me, that's on me. And so when I suddenly saw my checks coming in, I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening? So I guess I'm a little sour about that. And so I made a film.
There you go.
But that's
Well,
not it.
good.
Yeah, there's a lot more in the film. So yeah.
All right. Well, people are gonna have to wait to see it to figure that out. So, good stuff. Well, we know what you're inspired by. We know where you got the concept from. How did you put this film together, as far as like actors and production? Is it something where you post a casting call, or is it something where um, you already knew people that you wanted to be in this? How did this work out?
Friends, family, favors, um, and you'll see this face throughout. There's advantages of just being like the main central actor, because then I can do as many reshoots as I want, right?
Mm, that's
So
right.
yeah, so that's one little spoiler, that you'll be seeing this face most of the time. But the other actors were quite a lot of them were like professional actors, some friends who suddenly discovered that they have a chop for acting. So yeah, friends, family, and myself.
Well, you seem comfortable in front of the camera and behind the camera at the same time. Was it more out of necessity, or is there one part of your career that you want to grow more than others? Is it, the acting path or the directing path for you, or have you figured that out?
I asked that question to myself a lot. That I've been confused. Like I've been asked this for years. Like, so what are you? What are you? And I would be very confused. I'm like, actor, filmmaker, filmmaker, actor. Not really sure. But somehow it helped in making this project, because I was very ambitious with this project. I would cover, like, I had to shoot multiple locations. So the advantage of acting in it myself was that I could do many reshoots. My wife has become much better at cinematography now. She knows a lot of the camera. I've become pretty good at planting the camera in places myself, setting up a shot, and then just acting and running behind and checking it and stuff like that. But I'll say, by the end of like probably the last shots that I did, I clearly said to my DP friend, I never want to do this again. It was tiring. I was exhausted by the end of it. I was exhausted, and I had to put a stop at the number of reshoots I could do, and I had to put a stop on like, okay, that's enough. Like because I could act in it myself. Every time I'd get a new idea, I would say, oh, I'm going to shoot this again.
Mm,
And then again, I'd wait for like, to make sure my hair and facial hair was matching and everything, get to that stage, and I would reshoot again. But then there came a point where I had to say, okay, I need to put a hard stop because there's no end to how much I can improve this,
mhm.
because I need to move on to the next project. So that was also helpful. And yeah, I did go to a point of exhaustion.
I think for anyone who does multiple short films, who works on them and takes them to the finish line, you learn pretty quickly how to do every job, but you also learn pretty quickly that you can't do every job all the time, or else you'll
Yeah.
burn out. And
Yeah.
so I think that once you kind of have an understanding of each job, then you have to work on delegating, those
Wh-
jobs to other people.
So one of the best things I did for the film was that I did not edit this myself.
Mm.
And I'm so glad because and I fortunately, I did not try to do the editing right off the bat. And I, I went on a hunt to find the right editor. And I did find someone fascinating, fabulous, Jeff Panella. He's already an Emmy Award winning editor,
Oh,
and didn't come cheap. That was the only place where I actually pumped a lot of money, but it really worked because I had a clear idea of the tone of the film, the pace of the film, and I found him. I saw his work. I had a sense that okay, I think he can deliver, and he did. He really elevated the film, to a place where if I tried editing it myself, it wouldn't have been the film that it is.
well, that's good to learn that lesson early and get good people. So, what are you doing in the future? Are you already working on something else?
Yes, I'm constantly working on. I'm undecided as to what kind of project I want to do. I do multiple things. I have a few ideas, some documentary ideas, some fiction ideas. My goal is to make a feature film, but I've learned a lot of lessons even from making this short film, "How to Be a Super Driver." Filmmaking is not easy. So, anyways, yeah, my ultimate goal is to make a feature film. I do want to start with a film which is a little easier on production, like I don't want to plan like some special effects movie or a horror film where there's a lot of budget required for, you know, makeup and or SFX, like for VFX and stuff like that. I want to try with a project which is a little more production friendly in terms of cost. So I'm going through a bunch of scripts. I have ideas, but I kind of have a sense, this is going to be expensive. So my next project I want to sort of make, which is a little production friendly, as I said earlier. Yeah.
Hmm. All right. Well, hey, this is exciting. How does it feel to you and your crew, to get nominated for an award, Best Mockumentary Film? It's a huge accomplishment, and you really had good scores from the judges.
I feel very good. I feel really, really good about it, and it's funny thing I'd like to share. Initially, I didn't even realize it was. I didn't even think of it as a mockumentary. It's just that a friend, a fellow filmmaker, pointed out. Like after I've already been in a few film festivals, they said
Mm.
I was running out of ideas. I was like, what more can I do with the film? Should I just put it up online and end it? And it's like you need to try, like she pointed out film festival like yours, that there's a category called mockumentary. It's a mockumentary, and I'm like, why didn't I went out thinking I'm making a film. I did not categorize it. So, and it's funny that it happened like almost 8 months into me, like submitting the film. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm very, very happy about it because it's probably the only film festival that I've submitted to in the mockumentary category, and to be nominated, be recognized for that, it's amazing.
That's great. Well, at first we didn't have a category for it, but we just got so many submissions. And I don't think when we first started, I think Houston Comedy Film Festival was the first film festival I've ever seen that had the category. We started it, back in like 2010 or something. So,
Nice.
those started to come out during all those, reality show days. And it's really a fun category. I wish I could do whole mockumentary film festivals. I don't know if there's enough
You'll have a lot of
films out there.
submissions, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, well, look, it's been great talking to you about this. Is there anything else that you wanted to add before we get out of here?
No, I'm just excited for the film festival. Thank you again for nominating my film. I'm really excited. I hope I win. Let's see. Hopefully, the audiences uh, like the film, and yeah, hopefully, it's not too dark.
Do you have any family or any friends that are going to come?
Family, friends, yes, I do have some friends over there, and they will know about it. I live in New York City,
Mhm.
so I wouldn't be able to make it in person, but yeah, fingers crossed, everyone likes it, and yeah,
No worries.
looking
All
for the
right.
best.
Well, have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.